It was good, man. So today I'm doing the all defensive teams. Gonna wrap this up before season starts. Quick little video, you know. So the first, obviously, I'm just get these two out the way. First team defense, Wemby and Mobley. Do I have to really explain why I'm not explaining why Wemby's gonna be depoy and all defensive team. Just like all common sense, you know. Led the lead in blocks and only played half the season. So think about that. Mobley, he won the depoy last year. I think he's gonna be obviously in the first team because he won it. He was gonna be the second. He's gonna be a run up to Wemby, but obviously he won it because the 65 game requirement. So yeah. So the third player, because now it's actually gonna get to a list, is what's his face, AD. So the reason I have AD, when you have him at the power forward position, not having to actually play center, now he can roam, which he loves to do. When he loves to roam, and when he's roaming, he's gonna stack up blocks. So I think he can get like three is pushing it, but he could definitely get two blocks. And you have Gafford and Lively to back him up, and PJ Washington. You have a lot of players. Najee Marshall. You have a lot of players. So I just think with the team success, the defense is gonna be great all around. You got Cooper and all them. D'Lo's obviously and Kyrie. D'Lo and Kyrie are obviously gonna be weak points, but you got all these wings, tall guards and shit. I think they'll be a good team defensively, have a high defensive rating and everything. So he's gonna make the first team. Now, the next player, obviously, my demon, Amen Thompson. He made first team last year. It should be no question he's going to do the same thing again. And when you have KD, obviously Fred went down. You have Şengün, Jabari Smith. You got all these guys who can just score, and he can focus solely on just filling the gaps, being the glue guy. Yeah, it's going to be scary. It's going to be so fucking scary. And definitely because KD can't play. Well, he can play defense 7 foot, but like, it's not prime KD. He's not athletic anymore. So you're gonna have Amen Thompson just being crazy athletic, crazy defensively. That's like one of the locks. Those four players I think is a lock. Now after this, these could go either way. The next player I got is Dyson Daniels. Shouldn't be a question. Um, he could make second team. Like he's gonna make one of these teams, but he could end up making second team. He made first team last year, led the league against steals, but as we all know, this is a big league. Probably not getting that over Wemby. Yeah, that's the first team. I shouldn't really have to explain much. He's gonna make up for Trey's gaps. Yeah, the Hawks are gonna be. I think Hawks were gonna be like a top three seed, but that's another hot take for a different video. But yeah, I think Dyson honestly can get first team. I don't think it'll be too hard for him, just cause basically repeat the same shit he did last year. So there's that. Now the second team, I got Jaren Jackson Jr., former depoy. I just think with how the Memphis Grizzlies are constructed, Zach Edey is trash. I'm sorry, that nigga is trash, bro. I'm sorry, but they should have drafted Khalil Ware, but that's another hot take for a different video. But yeah, I just think he's gonna have to make up for all the gaps, especially if Jaw is gone. He's good because Jaw is gonna miss time most likely. I just think he's gonna have to step in a little more than he did in his depoy year. Honestly, this Memphis team is just not the same. Low key, they gotta break it up soon. It's kind of sad to say, but this how it's looking. They're not winning nothing in the West, unfortunately. They're not beating Jokic and the Nuggets. They're not beating OKC. They're not beating my Wolves. I promise that. So those are just three teams. They're not beating the War. I could keep going. They're not beating a lot of teams. So, but I think the defense will be good enough to at least get a shit. I don't even know if they're getting AC, bro. That's how fucked up it is in Memphis. But his defense is gonna be nice. We'll have to see. The next player is Zubac. Obviously, I shouldn't have much to explain about Zubac. Probably a top five center right now. Kind of crazy take, but if you really look at the stats and see his impact and actually watch the game, you understand what I mean. He's basically the Clippers, basically the Clippers anchor. You know, like he just does everything on defense. At least, like what Harden doesn't play defense. Kawhi might play, he might not play. He's not the same player, obviously. So when he needs locking, Kawhi will, but not the same player. So Zubac's gonna have to make up for everybody. The next player I got, J Mac, my demon J Mac. He's gonna make the defensive team. I just don't know how this Wolves team's gonna go. Yeah, they made a conference finals twice, but like I don't think they're gonna be Jokic with a backup center. They're not gonna be Jokic. OKC's just a step ahead. Rudy's regressing. So he's gonna have to have more of a role. That's my thing. He's gonna have to have more of a role because Rudy's regressing. This might be Rudy's last prime year, we could say, defensively, maybe make both of them make all defense. We'll have to see. It's going to be a rough season. I think it's really going to be a rough season just because if one player goes down, I just don't see how that team's going to be able to stay afloat. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, if Ant was to go down, just, Timberwolves are tanking. God forbid that happens, but that's just what the scenario is, okay? Now, the next player, my demon Scotty. Now listen, I be saying Scotty's trash sometimes. His offensive leap is not coming. So whatever you guys think he's gonna be a ball handler and all this, nigga, get rid of that. We're not gonna talk about the offense, but the defense has always been there. He's a long athlete, 6'7", 6'8", 6'7", half an ass. But yeah, he's a lanky, wiry, big forward. I think he can lock up the best of them. Maybe not point guards. It depends on who it is. I think he can lock up most of the point guards, most of the shooting guards, small forwards. Power forward's kind of dead position, but yeah, he's Giannis. He does a good job on, So there's a lot of players. He can stop a lot of players, a lot of great players in the league. He's not gonna stop Giannis, obviously, but can contain him to 28. Hopefully, he can do that. Jokic has an off night, maybe. I just think Scotty can really have an impact for this Raptors team. We have Bi. Bi's gonna be a scorer. We have IQ, which I don't want to get started on that nigga. RJ, not a good defender for his size, which is kind of crazy. 6'8" and kind of shit at defense. Then Jakob just a decent center, above average center. So I feel like Scotty's just that piece that's gonna take them above the edge. You know what I mean? And the last player I got is Draymond Green. So Draymond Green, he just it's Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got much to say. He's been the best power forward / center, defender the last decade. He's obviously getting older. He's gonna regress a little bit, but he's still gonna have to anchor that defense. They have Jimmy, Curry, Al Horford's old as shit, and Pods. That's a small team. So Draymond's really this year is gonna be the year if he does not play the same, not same level. He's not playing above average defense this year, and his offense is definitely regressed. He's gonna be on the bench, so I think he has to play defense, or he's gonna lose his role. He's not gonna get traded or anything, but that's just how it is. But yeah, that's the video for today, man. I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll get back to y'all soon, man.